Hello, I'm Benson and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a hair dryer. This one here, I will call this kind of the budget version of Dyson because the shape and the technology looks quite familiar to the Dyson that I have here. Now, I already done a video about Panasonic against Dyson, and I got a lot of heat, not from the hair dryer, but from the viewers. A lot of them say I'm biased against the Panasonic, and you know what? I admit it. I'm a fanboy of Dyson. I am a big fan of the Supersonic hair dryer. But it's not because of the name or the brand. It's because of the functionality and the durability of the products that I'm so impressed with this. As I mentioned in my previous video, this is something that we bought ourselves many years ago and being used at least once or twice a day. And without fail, this is something that we enjoy using a lot. The Panasonic, since the review has been with my daughter, as you can see from the filter, this has been really well used and she loved it. She got long hair, and actually these are her words, not mine. She said that the Panasonic really make her hair feel nice and soft and straight, whereas the Dyson actually works a lot faster, but not necessarily give her the silky smooth hair that she wants. She's saying that this one takes a lot longer, but actually now looking at the filter, I'm thinking that maybe she just needs to give it a clean to make sure that the performance is up to scratch. But that is another topic for entire video. So I already done a video on Emoso, which is kind of a copy version of the Dyson, affordable version, but I think the price gone up. Every time I do a video review on one of these budget products, the price go up a little bit, but I think that's just how they do the business. So this one here, I didn't buy it. Amazon Wine sent it to me for free to review. So this one to buy today will be around £50 or $50 from Amazon. I think this will be kind of a mid-range hair dryer compared to this high-end one, which usually $300 when it was a launch price, and this one here a bit more than $300. I think this one we paid £350. How long will it last? I don't know, but I can tell you that in the future, because this one here belongs to mom and dad, so me and my wife. This one here belongs to my daughter, and this one here is going to my son. So, you know, I got enough hair dryer for every room in my household. And just for a bit of fun, I know my channel here is not really technical, but I got here something quite weird. This is a tape-in hair extension, 100% premium human hair. I feel a bit gross touching it, but I trust the manufacturer. They don't manufacture human hair, so I trust the seller. They have done the due diligence about, like, you know, cleaning and keeping the hair. And I hope this is ethically sourced, not just like, you know, randomly cutting people hair off on the street or something like that. So this is brunette color, and it's 20 centimeter long, and they come in like a little paper tap on top. So this is like a clip-on extension. Again, this is free as well. I didn't buy this. Amazon Wine gave it to me for a review. So it would be a great idea to show you guys what this hair dryer can or cannot do, because usually I just do it on my hair. As you can see, over the years I get less and less hair, and short hair is just not the ideal to demonstrate how good or how bad this hair dryer. So without further ado, let's do an unboxing and show you what your $50 can buy. So it comes in a long box like this. It's really kind of simple. It doesn't show like any specification. It doesn't try to sell you what technology that it does or does not have. And the front here is a email us with coolshopping@hotmail.com, and whenever you see a hotmail.com, then you know that it's not really that professional. In terms of the brand, this is the TQQ hair dryer. It has 200 million negative iron, so this is supposed to be good for your hair. 110,000 RPM, so this is actually exactly same spec as the Emoso that I reviewed before. That hair dryer has gone to one of my family members already, and they are using it overseas. They have no problem with that. And this one here is marketed for good for your hair, low in noise because it's only 57 dB in terms of noise, easy for travel because it's compact, and all that jazz. Right, inside the box you got your instruction booklet, you got your service card. So obviously this one was given to me for free, but I usually buy my stuff from Amazon to make sure that I can return it back to them if it is not right. I'll put the link in the description. If you do buy the products, I do get affiliate, so I do get a bit of money back, and that's how I run my channel. So here you have your air outlet nozzle. It's supposed to be magnetic mounts to the front. So this one here doesn't come with that many accessories. Like there isn't one which is like for big hair diffuser as such. I do really like this design, even though this is not a Dyson, but I just think that, you know, if they can follow. Oh, this is magnetic as well. Oh, this is better than Dyson, I can tell you that, and I'll explain why in a moment. So there's no fan blade. So unlike Dyson, this is not a see-through design, so this is actually blocked. Now the thing about Dyson is that the motor is strong, yes, but actually it's supposed to magnify the airflow by having this clever design where the hot air coming out here will draw even more air through the hole at the back. It's supposed to be like, you know, 4 times more air volume, but this one doesn't. So this one here draws the air in from the handle, end of the handle, and then it blasts it out through the little gap on the front nozzle. In terms of cable, I think this is about 1.5 meters, so it's not that long. And you can see the more expensive hair dryer, the premium brand, usually have a much longer cable. Obviously you can use extension, but if you are limited by your wall socket, then yeah, maybe buy a 1 gang extension socket for your hair dryer. Diffuser attached to the front magnetically, I don't know. I personally don't use this kind of thing, but it does feel a bit cheap, but it does work. I'm in the UK, so I got a 3-pin plug like this. And if I give you a bit of a close-up, so this is the hair dryer. So it's like a 4 hammer. And you got a control at the back. Now, one of the reasons why I got so much hate in my last video when they do a head-to-head Sonic about Dyson is about how you hold your hair dryer. So I guess this is like toilet paper. Some people like it facing out, some people like it facing in. Now I personally, when I pick up my hair dryer every day, I pick it up like this. I use my thumb to switch it on. And when I switch it on, then I dry my hair. Sometimes I do like this. Sometimes I actually kind of just use my 2 fingers to turn it and face myself. So it kind of hit me in the front without having to, you know, do a twist motion like that. But I always pick up the hair dryer with the thumb control at the back. This is what I like about the design of the Dyson. Like I say, we don't really have the attachment in the front, so I pick it up, twist it, use it. Quite easy. Now with the Panasonic, I won't say it's not easy. If you pick it up like how you use it, yes, your thumb is already on the button, you switch it on, and then you can use it, you know, comfortably, you know, dry your long hair on the side. Every time you switch it on, it doesn't remember your previous setting. It always goes to the default setting. This is what annoys me the most, but none of the haters mention this when they do in the comment section. I'm not sour or anything like that, but there's a couple of things I don't like about this hair dryer. But I guess the fan girl gets so upset about, you know, the way I say the things that they get a bit upset. So for example, cable, this is not the flexi cable that I like, and it really it really bugs me because it's very difficult for my daughter to keep this tidy. So she have a hanging place near the mirror. So this one get hang up like this, and the wire never stay where it's supposed to stay. It has its own mind with this rigidity of the plastic. Not a deal breaker, but you know, her hair dryer actually stay behind a sliding door. So this cable always kind of makes such a mess that she actually now clip the other side of the cable to the wall and only have this kind of flexi bit kind of near the hair dryer just to be able to use it easily every day. But the Dyson have a really soft and flexible cable. Anyway, so this TQQ hair dryer has a similar cable to Dyson. Not as soft as the Dyson cable. I don't know if it is because like it has been coiled for too long. But it kind of in between the kind of cable stiffness between the two. But I'm quite disappointed that they kind of scheme on money, give you that shorter cable. This one here at the back, you got one press button and the other one is a push button. I guess the push button is to set the air volume. So you got 1 and 2 level. And then you got this one here, you can cycle through the function of cooling. At the side of the hair dryer, it say here 1500 volt. High-speed hair dryer, and the outer casing obviously is plastic, but it has some kind of a rubbery material to it. So yeah, so here's a hair dryer. It's really lightweight though. In the front, this is the gap where the air actually coming out, and like I say, there is solid inside, so you can't really poke your finger through like the Dyson. Control at the back, one press button, one slide up and down button. This is where the air goes in, and this is magnetic, which is really nice. And this is how you clean the filter. I can't see wire going in there, but I guess this is cold air inlet, so it shouldn't really matter. But this is really satisfying closure of the air filter. This one actually is a replacement, and the replacement is start to crack as well. Basically on the Dyson, you twist it, it comes out, and you can see there are some hair, so I do need to do some maintenance to this hair dryer. And once you clip it in, the dust will get trapped between the plastic and the inside. But the plastic is not really the filter, it's just there to, I guess, protect. I guess the plastic is just there to protect the metal foil so you don't press it in or something like that. And the design is really similar between the two. So the TQQ and the Dyson is really similar. So this one here you push up and down, and this one is a cool jet button, but this is kind of a cycling between different mode function. This one here have a heat adjustment, and this one doesn't. In terms of dimension, is almost exactly the same. So let's plug in and have a play. I hope it's not going to blow up in my face. Well, actually, I need to do some maintenance on those. Oh my god, this is disgusting. This is on maximum volume and kind of a medium heat. Okay, a bit of a sound test there. To be honest with you, I think they're quite close in terms of the noise level. This one here was actually slightly stronger than the Dyson in terms of the kickback from the hair dryer. Let's test out the Panasonic. And this is on maximum. You know what, I honestly, I don't know why, I don't hate it, but I really don't like the Panasonic in terms of the noise level. I do like the lower pitch of the noise from the Dyson and the TQQ. So they give you the shh sound, and this is really bugging me because every time you switch it on, it goes to hot and maximum power. You change it to the setting that you want to use, for example, scalp, which automatically adjusts the heat. And when you switch it off, next time you use it, back to full heat. This video is not about hating the Panasonic, this is about showing you what the TQQ can do with just $50 or 50 quid. Now in terms of the function of the TQQ, so what we do is, when I turn it on, you've got a little LED at the back here. I know it's not very predominant, but because of the strong studio light here, so there is a red ring right now, which is showing you that it's on heat. When you press it once, now it turned blue. So when it turned blue, that means that this is blowing off cool air, so it's not hot to touch at all. And when you press it again, it goes to kind of a beige, so between red and blue. So now this is cycling through between hot and cold. So now it's warm. Now it's really hot. And then it goes to cool. So it kind of like rotates between hot and cold. And then when you touch it again, it's back to heat. You see, even the cheap TQQ can remember the last function or the last setting. Why can't the Panasonic do the same? I don't understand. So, you know, this is something that, you know, I think Panasonic should, you know, take it up and maybe push out a better product. Three very different, well, two very different hair dryer here. Which one do you like the most? Budget version, expensive Dyson, or good for your hair Panasonic? Put it in the comment section and let me know. We can ponder on those results. Okay, so this one here, a real hair extension. It comes obviously with a hair net to protect it right now. So I need to take it out of the hair net and have a play. I probably will mount them on a piece of timber, and then we can use different hairs to dry at different time, and then we can check the end result as well. Good that it comes with a comb here, so I don't need to borrow my daughter's. Yeah, let me set up the kind of a little experiment as a little bonus. If you find my information useful, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel to help me grow. Let's get on with the experiment.
Benson's got his camera set, it's time to hit record. He's diving into hair dryers, his bathroom's his accord. Dyson, Panasonic, and the budget brand in tow. He's testing all the airflow. Let's see which one will blow. He's got a chart and a timer, a brush in his hand, gonna find the one that turns your hair into stroke.
Alright, so I got some good old H2O from the Thames, and then I'm going to try and wet them. Now, one of the problem I have with doing this kind of thing is how do I get them the same kind of a dampness. Obviously I can't get it to 100%, but I try to be the best that I try to do the best that I can. So 1, 2.
Dyson's got that modern look, a hefty price to match.
Okay, so this is wet enough so that the hair is clumped together, and I am going to use the TQQ on the hair right now. I'm going to start the timer. Okay, so now this is dry enough to comb through without a lot of resistance, so I think this is dry enough. Bit of tangle there. And I have to say, there is a lot of static though, so you can see, you know, the hair just don't want to clump together, but it is nice and soft compared to when it first started. Yeah, it does feel a bit smooth, but a lot of hair kind of fraying. Anyway, so now we go to the Dyson. Again, we're gonna wet the hair as much as we can. Okay, so now it is feeling a bit dry. I'm gonna comb it a bit. Similar result. The hair kind of a bit of static, and you can see all the hair, stray hair coming out, so it's not really like a silky smooth long hair, but it does dry very quickly. So let's move to the last one, which is the Panasonic.
Worth a little more. Panasonic's middle ground for style without the sting. And budget, well, it works fine if you're not after bling. Benson's reviewing, styling on YouTube, breaking down the gadgets to see what they can do. Dyson's got the fancy Panasonic.
Okay, so this one here is from the Panasonic, and you know what? It does have less static than the other two. This one I think is the worst, even though they claim to have the 200 million negative iron. It's just kind of like, you know, really like want to flare out. This one here from Dyson, not as bad. But the Panasonic one, I have to say, it does feel a lot smoother and straighter as well. You know, I don't know if you guys can notice, the airflow from the TQQ and the Dyson is a lot stronger. There is a lot more air coming through from these two hair dryer, and I guess that might actually dry the hair quicker. But it does create a lot of turbulence, and even when I try to use the comb to comb through while I'm drying, I'm struggling because the air coming out is so strong that it kind of blow it out of the comb. TQQ 50-pound hair dryer. Dyson at the time of purchase was 350, and then you got the Panasonic Nano. I think it's around 320 or 350. I mean, they all dry your hair, and they all dry your hair pretty well. But in terms of smoothness, I have to say there is slight difference with the Panasonic that I see. Doesn't mean that it's completely straight and no static, but I do think it kind of flare a little bit less than the other two.
Benson's got his camera set, it's time to hit record.
So very nice, even on full heat, it's not going to burn my scalp or anything like that. They do say they do have a bit of a technology built in to measure the actual output instead of burning your hair. I have to say, after using the TQQ and then straight away use the Dyson, it is very, very similar. Now the Panasonic, you use it very different from your normal hair dryer. First of all, when I switch it on, I do have to change the function from hot to scalp. The reason is because when I use hot, it is really hot, and it's so hot that, you know, I feel like, you know, it's uncomfortable to be so near to my scalp. Doesn't mean you can Doesn't mean you can't use it at that function. I think it just means that you have to maybe space it out a bit further. But because the air coming out is not as strong as the Dyson and the TQQ, at the end you end up like, you know, a lot of hot air kind of stopping between your hair. So it does kind of feel like you have to get up close and personal. And when you change the function to the scalp, that is when I think this really shine, because it has sensor to see how close you are to your head. So it has sensor to see how far the hairdryer is from your scalp and adjust the temperature for you. And because you have that options, when you go close to your scalp, even though with the less amount of air coming through, the heat is just the right amount for you to be able to for you to be able to dry your hair efficiently. So this is really for you to be really close to the scalp, I guess really close to your hair as well. But yeah, it's just different way of using hair dryer. So this will be the end of my video. I hope you find my information useful. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel to help me grow so I can make more content like this for you guys. The TQQ for $50 or £50 I think is okay value, especially if you don't want to pay £350 for a Dyson. I'm surprised the amount of air coming out is actually slightly stronger than the Dyson, even though Dyson have the technology of, like, you know, 4 times more air coming through here because of the volumizer or maximizer from the hole here. This one doesn't really have a hole, and it's still amount of air come through, which is good. Now I have to say that this is a really old hair dryer. I don't know if it is because of the age, it's losing its power, but it is what it is. This is what I find out. Now this one here doesn't have a options to turn down the heat. The Dyson have the heat dial at the back here. When you press it, you get level 1, 2, and 3 of heat. This one doesn't. If you cycle through the function to the beige color indicator, then I think that is really nice lukewarm air. Actually, it's not lukewarm. It actually cycles through heat and cold. So yeah, I think if I am to use this myself, I will use that function. But this is going to my son, and he has short hair, and he has short hair like mine, so he doesn't care if it is like nice and smooth or not. He just wants to dry it quickly so he can get on with his online gaming. Thank you very much for watching. I can't wait to see you next time with more interesting gadgets. Bye bye.